What's up, Hivers? So I tried to really dig into some really kind of eccentric details. So I'm going to do this video that's going to be really short. I'm going to put one below it where I combine two videos, and due to a high level of caffeine and my knowledge on the producers, I really go on a long music rant. And I know that's not for everybody. I know some people like to just hear something quick and hear the music. They're not interested in the ancient history. But if there's one or two people that are, I'm going to go ahead and post another video. I'm going to edit it weird because it's going to be a second video first. And then you'll hear me just talking about the same topics. But I ended up changing one of my song picks. So again, that's for the music freaks who actually care about who produced it, cared about, comparing the early 90s, mid 90s to the late 90s, and how alternative rock really got pop in the sense of how it was produced, and some of the songwriting too. And today I'm trying to take you on a journey that kind of year by year shows a little bit of that. First up, Blink-182, Dammit, from the album Dude Ranch. I was going to do a song off the 99 record, but I think it's better to actually start, and it's Jerry Fynn is the producer. In the bonus video below, if you want to hear it, I get into him. Oh gosh, what's the other guy's name? Who did Lit and Eve 6. I can't believe I'm dropping the ball on this. I'll look it up, but Blink-182, Dammit, from the album Dude Ranch. That was Jerry Fynn produced. At that point, he had mixed and mastered Dookie. He had produced some bands that didn't quite go mainstream. Jawbreakers, major label debut in 95. Oh, he produced Rancid's 1995 Out Comes the Wolves. That got some mainstream exposure. He went on to do MXPX's 2000 album, which unfortunately, I think the songwriting had fallen off. He was meant to do their 1998 album. I just think it would have been really interesting. But unfortunately, Don Gilmore. I don't even need to look it up. So yeah, second pick, Eve 6, Inside Out. I'm just going with the single, I almost said it's 90s Friday. It's 3-Tune Tuesday, but I'm bringing you pretty much all 90s except for the bonus tracks. Again, clearly an alternative rock album. They definitely got poppier on the next one, but clearly a straight up alternative rock album. But you can just tell the production's cleaner, and there's this journey going toward what kind of happened in 1999. But yeah, self-titled Eve 6 is pick number 2, tune number 2. Going with the single for you. It's just a good song. Why not? And then pick number 3 is going to be Lit, My Own Worst Enemy. One of the biggest hits in alternative rock of all time. But when you listen to the whole record, it is so poppy the way it's produced. Catchy songs. But you can picture a version of the album that was recorded in like 93 or 95, and it would just sound really different. In the other video, I'll go on to talk about a good example, Dave Grohl's first Foo Fighter record, where he literally only had demos. He played every instrument. He brought it to the record label and said, I need to get a band together and, re-record all this. And the label said, that's not necessary. We're just going to release it like this. We'll invest in getting it mixed and mastered. It'll sound better. But no. Just leave it raw and weird. The label was probably looking at their pocketbook saying, like, it's pretty much risk-free. I think at the time there was a lot of doubt. Can the drummer of Nirvana actually, be in a big band? This is probably going to be a failure. Let's not give $1 million out that we might have trouble recouping, which obviously was not the case. But that's a great example where the label, not the band, the label was saying, no, that's this grungy, raw-sounding thing, that's cool. There's been plenty of band fights over that, even in that era. Nirvana In Utero, the label was so pissed at how it turned out. I think it sounds great. Steve Albini, has a raw, live way of recording records. And the compromise was the two singles would be remixed. I forget his name, but he's the guy that did a lot of the early 90s REM stuff. And he, remixed Heart-Shaped Box and All Apologies. You can hear they've released by now the original mixes by Steve Albini himself. Which is, you can just tell how much things shifted in like 2 to 5 years. If you tried to put out that album from a new band where they recorded demos and it's that raw sounding, if you tried to do that in 1998, just 3 years later, the label would have laughed you out of the office and said, no way, it's your first album, you're doing what we tell you or we're not releasing it. For bonus tracks, so again, Lit, the Lit album is 1999's A Place in the Sun. So we got 1997, 1998, 1999, Blink, Eve 6, Lit. And then I'm going to throw in Good Charlotte because Don Gilmore, the same producer of Eve 6 and Lit, produced that album. And their first album did not get huge commercially. It got some play on MTV, but it was not as big as their second record, where they were basically promoted as like a boy band and just had monster pop crossover sensation hits. I'm going to pick a song from the 2000 album where they were a little more punky, but you can tell it's very poppy the way it's mixed. And I just kind of wanted to showcase the change in alternative rock, the industry change, the sound that changed, and not even the songs necessarily that changed. And again, I'm covering a Blink album that was before the pop. I mean, the 99 and 2001 records, Enema, The State, and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I mean, you listen to the 2001 album. I was going to give you a bonus jam from the 99 record. I think I might go with 2001 just so you can hear how poppy it got. It's just, it's just interesting to see how it changed. But, yeah, you know what? Screw doing the other video. I recorded it from the road, so it's going to take forever to upload because it's on video, not audio only. I'm just going to leave it here. But the other bonus jams, I'm going to bring you the 2000 Eve 6 record, the opening track Rescue from the album Horoscope, same producer as the 98 self-titled. So same producer as our second pick from above, but you can just tell the way it was mixed, the way it was produced, way poppier, way cleaner, alternative rock. Just went in a direction where it had to be clean. It had to be big, but clean, There's no point in bringing you the 2001 follow-up from Lit because it's basically the same sound. So I'll bring you another bonus jam from Blink-182. So you get a bonus jam from our first and second pick. Our third pick really doesn't need it for what I'm trying to showcase here. And then you get Good Charlotte. So you're getting 2 sets of 3 tunes for the price of one. If you want to double that up, consider my extra effort, digging through what songs I know would just bring pleasure to your ears. Go ahead. But, that's basically it. No need to post a half-hour podcast below. I'll leave it there, but tell me what you think. And that's about it. I love you guys. Later.